that you're in love with me. Carve your name next to mine on that big old tree, how you want it to be. Bring me things from the store and put it at my front door. I've lost count of the times this have happened before. Not that I'm keeping score, 'cause I do the same for you, just like I'm supposed to do. I'm yours, you're mine. If you ever feeling blue, rest assured I've been there too. We just pick up where we left off, then we toe the line. That's fine. Sunday breakfast in bed, strawberry jam on some bread. And if you feel like doing anything today, then go ahead. I just lay here instead, 'cause I do the same for you, just like I'm supposed to do. I'm yours, you're mine. If you ever feeling blue, rest assured I've been there too. We just pick up where we left off, then we toe the line. That's fine. If you ever feeling blue, rest assured I've been there too. We just pick up where we left off, then we toe the line. 'Cause I do the same for you, just like I'm supposed to do. I'm yours, you're mine. If you ever feeling blue, rest assured I've been there too. We just pick up where we left off, then we toe the line.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice? And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. On this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some
미안해, 쉬운
time.
일이 아니야 정말. 진짜.
나 뭐 한 손으로 따르고 자기 한 손으로
아유
막.
아저씨 마음이.
짠.
짠. 아 시원하다.
맛있다.
Time has
됐습니다.
gone and I grew up and somehow made it
이것도
through without
출근이네.
losing sight.
월요일은 왜 이렇게 빨리 다가오는지.
그러니까.
And I still wonder where you are and if you found a way.
여기서 마실 거야? 여기서 마실 거야?